It is March 23rd, year 2020. Today was an interesting day, I guess. You could say that. It was really foggy this morning as I was driving to work. The traffic today actually seemed like it was normal, like it would normally be every day. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but we'll get more into that in a little bit. There's been something positive that's like been out there through the nation that's during this like terrible worldwide pandemic, and the gas prices are actually like really cheap. I think today it was $1.78. I think I saw the cheapest somewhere. But I think it's cheaper like other places. Like I think Wisconsin was like $1.40. It might be cheaper today, which is crazy because like we're actually supposed to be cheaper than Wisconsin, Missouri. But whatever. Some articles I saw that actually said it might get to like 77 cents, and man, that would be crazy. So that's some, I guess, to look forward to. But if you're quarantined, you're not supposed to go anywhere anyway. So like, it's just sitting there. At least it's not like raising in price, which is a good thing. I don't know why. I don't know why it's like that. I don't know if the oil industry is changing, or is like something's happening with it. But yeah, I enjoy it because I still need to go to work every day. Speaking about Wisconsin, um, today my cousins, I'm in like a Facebook group chat, and my cousins they sent me an article saying that I believe the governor has actually issued, like quarantine straight up for I think 2 weeks. Was it? I'm not gonna go through it because it's gonna take forever. And they're not, or all non-essential businesses are to be shut down. So yeah, it's getting serious up there. And Wisconsin's, part of the Midwest, and so are we here in Missouri. So it might happen soon too. I don't know how soon. We'll see. One thing that has happened at Walmart, uh, for some reason, like Walmart has run out of paper towels. Not like paper towels for you to buy, but paper towels for we use in our bathrooms. And I've never seen that before. If it does happen, I think in the past, like it was because maybe it's just a like order issue and it just never came in. But in this case, I think it just like literally ran out, and like I'm guessing every Walmart's having this issue too. If we're not getting it quick enough, that's interesting because I thought we'd have a lot of it. Today at work actually seemed like a normal Monday. How can I explain? Uh, in my last video, I mentioned about work yesterday, and I said it was like very, very boring yesterday. Today was actually active. It wasn't super busy, but it was like very active. It seemed normal. So I guess that kind of was a positive. It wasn't raining today. It was kind of cloudy, and uh, sun would come once in a while, and the sun actually like kind of came out as I left. So today actually seemed like a good day, a very very happy day to be outside and stuff. And I actually forgot about like the coronavirus, which I think is might be happening to some people. I think a lot of people are getting stuck inside their houses too much, and they they need to get out. They're just desperate, which is understandable. Some people, we're different. Like I'm an introvert, and then someone else is an extrovert, and extroverts probably struggle more being stuck inside than introverts. Introverts, like, we kind of live inside most of the time. Ironic because I work outside, but I'm kind of like, what is it called? I don't know what the word is. Like, introvert, intro, whatever. But I'm an introvert, but I will become an extrovert if I need to be an extrovert. You know, I'm willing to talk. I'm not afraid to talk if I need to talk. So I'm in between that, and I love going outside. I love being outside. I mean, I do eventually want to make like vlogs, me just going to parks and stuff, and taking pictures and videos and stuff. Once everything dies down, of course. So I've heard some things about some businesses that's actually they've like fired all their employees, and which is a very interesting move to go at. My last video I spoke about like what the businesses paid the people at leave, but I guess they just decided to fire them, which is I don't know how that would be like once everything's died down and people the business is trying to bring themselves back up. Like, will people actually like work for them if they're like, oh, that person just fired me because of the situation? Which through a business standpoint, you can't pay them, but then should you really fire them? That's another question. Which makes me think, how will we recover from this? However long it takes, whether it's like 2 weeks or months. In a 2 weeks time, obviously we'll recover quicker. So the shorter the time period of quarantine or anything during this pandemic, I think we will recover quicker. But I feel like the longer we go, the longer it will take to recover. So maybe like if it's 2 weeks, it might take us like a month to recover, the economy back up and stuff like that. So if it takes like maybe like 3-4 weeks, some people are saying it's gonna like last for 8 months. That's crazy. But it might not be crazy too. That if that's so, it's gonna take like a whole year, 2 years, maybe to recover. I don't know. I'm not an expert economist. If that's a thing. Is that a thing? I'm not an expert person. I'm not an expert in economics. There you go. So, yeah, that's something that I've been questioning myself too, like for a little bit. Will we recover and how will we recover? So, going back on to today felt like a normal day. I actually saw shoppers there that they just like shop. They come they usually every day and just they shop around just because they have nothing else to do. And that made me think what would happen if we are quarantined. We're forced to like not go places unless we need to go. Obviously grocery stores, we need to provide food for everyone else. But would we like cut off the casual shopping to only provide the necessities for everyone else? I think that it's gonna have to be implemented. I don't know if that's already implemented in like the big cities that have shut down essentially. It's interesting because like I said, I'm coming a little bit later into the game, into researching or understanding what's happening. I think a lot of us are in the Midwest, and I guess some of us are struggling to actually like acknowledge that it's happening, and we need to take it seriously, as compared to like like California and New York, where they've shut down the states, and it's kind of closing in on the nation towards us. Some people they just shop normally still. A coworker of mine actually said a few weeks ago, I think one of the big churches around here, they at this point they weren't allowing people to like go beyond 200 people in one area, an event. And this church held this, the normal, what do you call it, church. And I think like 15,000 people were there. And there was like, I think 2 cases of coronavirus because of that. I don't know what happened afterwards. I don't know if like the church got fined because they essentially disobeyed the rules or anything like that. But that's something to think about. I mean, there's a reason why they want us to go social distancing, so we don't affect anyone else or we don't get affected. And hospitals are crammed right now with like so many patients. They're running out of bedrooms, they're running out of rooms, running out of beds, running out of everything. And we need to do our part to help them stop this as soon as possible. And for people who are just like, oh, I don't care about it, which is happening, shame on them. A while ago, I saw a video, because right now it's spring break, and in Florida, there are people actually like in the beaches, like hundreds, thousands, maybe people just chilling, celebrating spring break. And a lot of them are like, I don't care if I get the virus, I get it because I'll get it when I get it. Because I spend money for this, I'm going to spend my time, I'm going to have fun, blah, 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 blah. Oh, man, like, and these are the youngsters, unfortunately. I'm not saying all the youngsters, but I'm just saying these folks specifically, they're not as intelligent as they should be, I suppose. I don't want to downgrade them or anything like that. Who knows? Maybe they're going to be the next lawyer or whatever. Or not. I don't know. How has this affected me more on today's basis? Because like I said in the last video, everything has been changing drastically every day. There's been new news upon what's happening in the world every day. And today, one of my film gigs got canceled because of it. And this one was an actual paid gig, which sucks because I'm prepared for it, and I actually like bought some stuff so I can utilize my equipment more. And it got canceled, and I was like, oh man, that's a bummer. So I'm guessing a lot of the gigs, the film gigs, stuff like that I usually get hired on the side might not happen for a very, very long time, because going back to the recovery rate, I don't know how long that would take. This quarantine that might happen to us pretty soon, who knows how long that's going to be, and then what's going to happen afterwards. A lot of uncertainties that's happening. And a lot of people, their anxieties are probably like festering up. I can see that. Mine, I don't know if I have it. I mentioned it last video already about this little limbo I'm going through. It's not really anxiety. I just need to choose what I want to do. But things are getting crazy. Things are getting real, really fast. Only within a few days, everyone has decided to take this seriously. There were jokes constantly on Facebook about the virus, about toilet paper, about this, about that, and then one day I just opened Facebook and like there weren't really jokes anymore. If there was, it's like 1 or 2, but like everyone's actually just sharing information that's important. And there are probably still fake news out there. My dad keeps sending me texts, forwarded texts, stuff like that, about this or that. I'm not gonna go into specifics what it is, but these look like fake news to me. One of it, I think it was fake news. I saw on Facebook that they're like saying this is actually fake news. Don't believe it. And one of it, it just doesn't seem like correct. You know, if it was that easy to do it, then it would have been done. So you gotta be careful what you're looking at. If you have like parents like I do, my parents are immigrants, and they're on Facebook all the time, and they're like their cousins and stuff. They're immigrants also, and they're on Facebook a lot too. And they will like send messages to each other about this information that they saw, on Facebook, and they'll most likely believe it. So make sure like you're looking at people like that too. Like make sure like they're like not getting the wrong information, because it's important we get good information and correct information. I, on the other hand, just am not getting any information. I'm not researching it because I'm too busy. I'm unfortunately too busy to get information. This month, on the 4th, marked the second anniversary of the day we wrapped production for a short film I wrote, directed, and produced. And that day, I actually finished the whole project. I finished sound design, I finished coloring, I finished credits and everything. And it was 100% finished. And that was great. I felt great. I could share it with all those hard workers that helped me out. And they love it because they've been waiting 2 years to watch it. And it's going to go into the film festival cycle right now. It's not for public yet, unfortunately. But with that said, a lot of film festivals are canceled. The big ones I know, at least, like South by Southwest and I think some other ones. And I was going to create a premiere day here in Springfield to watch the movie. And, I was thinking about this month or next month. But as time progressed, this coronavirus continued to spread, and it's going to like delay me even more on releasing this to the film festivals or even premiering it, because obviously we'll have an audience and we need to keep our social distance. So that kind of sucks for that. But I guess it can wait. Most of us who will watch it is probably like those who've seen it already, those who worked on it, and those who are close to the ones who worked on it, like who support us in a sense. So these videos, I'm trying to release them once a day, and the video yesterday got released very late during the day, just because I actually couldn't edit it that night. So I had to edit it literally just like 30 minutes ago. It's exporting right now, and I'm about to upload it once I'm finished with this video. But it's going to be a day late no matter what. So it's just going to be an update of what I'm experiencing, what kind of news I can bring to the video for the future to see. But on that note, that's going to be the end of the video. Like I said, this is going to be a shorter one. I think every other video from now on will be shorter because there really isn't much info that I can give out. I'll probably talk most about my day at work and what I'm experiencing, what people are viewing, what they are seeing, what I'm seeing, what I'm experiencing. And if I do get the chance, I will actually try to update my knowledge on what's happening with the virus and what's happening with everyone else with the virus. But yeah.